XPS, or extruded polystyrene foam, can be milled with a CNC for site models, mold forms, and for prototyping designs, among other uses. It is important that you only use the pink or purple colored XPS foam. XPS foam is commonly found in 1 and 2 inch thicknesses. In this video, we will demonstrate our typical foam lamination process that we use to create material stock for CNCing in 4 and 6 inch thicknesses. Thicker material stock can be made by slicing a taller 3D model into sections, which can be made separately and then glued together. We use the large glue-up table to accommodate the large size of these glue-ups. Typically, foam material stock is laminated in half-size sheets, 4 foot by 4 foot, or in full 4 foot by 8 foot sheets. For this demonstration, we are using a 2 foot by 2 foot size. Spread protective paper between the foam and the table surface and the gluing cauls to prevent adhesion and damage to stock material or table. The first step, as in any glue-up, is to test fit your material pieces in a dry run using no glue, but gathering all the necessary clamps and cauls to simulate your gluing operation. Foam glue is very sticky and will readily stick to skin, hair, and clothing, and it does not wash off with water. So, it can only be scraped off after hardening and will stain clothing. Wearing a protective apron and gloves is advised. Once your material pieces have been dry fit and it all looks good, have them at hand in the order in which you will be assembling them. Spray all surfaces to be glued with a light mist of clean water. Then, use a glue spreader to evenly and thinly spread the glue on both surfaces. XPS foam for CNC use is only glued using polyurethane glue, most commonly sold under the brand name of Original Gorilla Glue. It is a thick, dark amber colored glue, similar in viscosity to honey. Gorilla Glue also sells other types of glue, so make sure to buy the original style, which works with foam and other non-porous surfaces. Gorilla Glue can be purchased at the AAP store, but you might find the best price elsewhere. Just be sure it is original Gorilla Glue. You will probably need more of this glue than you think, as glue-ups use quite a bit of it, as we want a secure and continuous bond between layers. For this 2 foot by 2 foot glue-up, we used 8 ounces of glue for a lamination totaling 4 square feet. That's 2 ounces of glue per square foot, a useful ratio to remember. As the glue reacts with the water, it starts to bubble and get foamy. This is a normal part of the process, and the foam will harden as the glue cures and provide excellent gap-filling properties. As with wood glue, both pieces of material require glue. This is important in CNC milling, as insufficient glue can cause the foam layers to separate, which could render your material unusable. So do it right the first time. Beware that the curing glue foam will spill out of the side seams of your glue-up, and care should be taken to prevent the foam from spilling all over the floor or onto the clamps, requiring cleanup. If using a plastic glue spreader, it can be scraped clean once the glue hardens. Paper glue spreaders are disposable and for single use only. It is usually a good idea to have at least one student partner to help you with both the glue spreading and clamping procedures. Once the pieces are assembled with glue, lay your clamping caul over the pieces and begin adding clamps using a partner. You will see we are using a 2 foot section of 2x4 lumber to help spread the clamping force across more of the gluing area. When initially applying clamps, you only want to tighten the clamps enough to hold them in place while setting them up. After you have all your clamps in place, you will go back over all your clamps to tighten them further. As with most glue-ups, the best practice is to leave the glue-up to cure and harden overnight before any milling takes place. You'll see in this video that after we have tightened the clamps, we go back around for another round of tightening until we reach the final amount of clamping force. You can see the glue spilling out from the sides of the seam This is normal, to be expected, and is what we like to see, ensuring you have enough glue in the joint. And then you wait.